So now we have this report that comes from CNN and getting lots of play that the initial intelligence from the United States indicates that the attack on the plant, the Fordo plant in Iran, didn't completely put out the Iranian nuclear bomb capability. In fact, that it just damaged it, um, maybe put it back a few months. And I said to myself, I kind of just laughed, threw my hands up in the air and say, what the? And here's the worst thing. Now, I wasn't one of these people right away when Trump said they obliterated it. More than enough common sense to know that he sometimes overuses words, which is a sad thing. He's the president of the United States. But couldn't you have just waited a little bit? But beyond that, so I'm hearing all this news today, and so I go to CNN in themselves, and they're interviewing as I call them, the usual suspects, who are anti-West, anti-US, anti-Israel, and they're kind of. I'm not getting anything from them other than what CNN is reporting and what's getting all the headlines right now, the latest. I turn to Fox, and everything's beautiful, and they're not even talking about it. I don't know who to trust. Put on MSNBC, and they have the usual suspects. Bottom line is this. Remember those days where you could put CBS on with Cronkite, and you'd get it? It would have been unpleasant, maybe, but at least you got the news, and you got facts, and you had reliable sources, and you had reliable news. Now, folks, I don't know who to trust. I throw my hands up in the air like I do all the time lately. We have a bunch of cheerleaders, then we have people that are negative, then we have assholes who have their own agendas one way or the other. We don't have a person or a news outlet that we can trust. And all I want is what I hope, and I think most of you, what you want is give us the facts. If you don't know, then say you don't know. And instead, and it's really, really evident on these cable outlets, you get the same old crap. Nobody has the gumption to offer the Frank Reynolds line. Remember Frank Reynolds? Immediately, or not that immediately after Reagan was shot at, remember, March 1981 by John Hinckley? Would somebody, damn it, get it right? Remember he said that? He yelled it out. We were all shocked, but there was a sense of relief. Now I feel the same way. Sure, the old Cronkite line. You want to get it first, but get it right first, for God's sakes. And you wonder why people have no faith in the media, why Trump uses these slogans, fake news, because people have no faith. Now, I don't know what to make of this latest report. I was once told, you've heard the same line, don't believe 100% anything. Usually what you hear is the truth is somewhere in the middle, and that should be evident in any way, shape, or form. So I'm a cynic as it is, and I understand that we have no reliable sources today, especially when it comes to military assessments of that magnitude. You would think that the president would perhaps think about what he says too. Remember, people around the globe, what the president of the United States says, any president, his words or her, but his words mean something. They affect everything. They affect financial matters, military matters, the stock market, all this stuff. But by extension, the press, the press is supposed to mean something. Look at now the cables, the cable outlets. Again, CNN, there's no reliable factor. There's nobody there who I would trust. MSNBC, predictable. They have their own agenda, and Fox is so pathetic. I don't know who to believe. Again, it's America has no faith in the media. And one of the reasons why they have no faith in the media is because of the fact that it's like a carnival act. I hate to, pile on top of pile, but what else is there to do? Can we have some analysis? Can we have some discussion? And sure enough, I put CNN on, and they're talking about their own report, which is fine. And they go to this military guy who has had no faith from day one. And I got to hear him. And then this other person who has no faith. And they may be right. Who knows? They may be wrong. That's just my point. We used to have a vanguard. We used to have places and people and officials and somebody that we can trust, no matter what the circumstances, no matter what the news. And now we have nothing. And we're left then to pretty much surmise that who the hell knows? Isn't it sad that we have to lament that we don't have levity, that we don't have an avenue to which we can get the facts first before opinion, and to give it to us and to provide some, dare I say, truthful element? But we don't get that. It is so damn, first of all, it's not only annoying, it's not only aggravating, it is downright frustrating. And this is supposed to be our ways and means to get news. Who do we believe? Who do we have faith in? Who do we have trust in? Who and what do we do? You just have to shrug your shoulders. And again, it is absolutely a WTF. What the fuck are we supposed to do moment? And that's so damn sad.